Good morning, everyone, or should I say, Buenos dias, todo el mundo in Spanish. I want you to please fasten your seatbelt because we are ready for takeoff. Meanwhile, welcome to Mexico, the land of extremes with high mountains and deep canyons in the center of the country, sweeping deserts in the north, and dense rainforest in the south and east. So today, let's proceed to the flag of Mexico. As you can see, their flag consists of three colors. The green, which stands for hope, and it means that Mexicans should not easily give up in achieving something better in life. The white stands for religion, which means it is the center of their faith. And the red stands for the blood of heroes, which means it is the reason why they gained full independence for their country. On the other hand, the eagle symbol that was drawn in the middle of their flag stands for the coat of arms, which recalls the legend of the founding of Mexico City, then called it Tenochtitlan. So we can conclude that in every flag, it was derived from different origins from the country, which symbolizes the personality traits, the cultures, traditions, and history of the people. So now, let's proceed to the next slide, which contains the history and background of Mexico. So the Olmec People, Mexico's first complex society, emerged in the southeastern part of the country around 1200 BC. They were later followed by the Maya, the Toltec, and the Aztec peoples. Mexico's ancient societies built great cities and huge pyramids, created remarkable works of art, and even studied the stars and planets to determine when to plant crops and hold ceremonies. So let's find out who are these people and how they look like. So, as you can see on the pictures, those were the four types of people, namely the Olmec, Maya, Aztec, and Toltec people who invaded first the land of Mexico. Also, they made a lot of great cultural contributions for their country during the ancient times, which could greatly help the tourism industry of Mexico during these times. So now let's proceed to the next slide. In the early 1500s, the Spanish arrived in Mexico. The Aztec people got sick from smallpox and other diseases that the Spanish brought with them. The Spaniards also seized and destroyed the Aztec capital called Tenochtitlan. The Spanish ruled Mexico until 1821. So, after the arrivals of the four types of people, the Spaniards suddenly came into the Mexico and then brought a lot of diseases and even caused wars just to take over and ruled the country for over how many years? So in 1521, Spanish conquistador Hernan Cortes conquered the Aztecs and Mexico became a Spanish colony. For 300 years, Spain ruled the land until 1800s. Father Miguel Hidalgo declared Mexico's independence with his famous cry, "Viva Mexico!" In 1821, Mexico defeated the Spanish and gained full independence. So for how many years the Spaniards did not succeed to colonize their country because the Mexican heroes fight for their own freedom to take over their own territories from the Spaniards. And then the Spaniards were defeated and they gained full independence. So that was the history of the colonization of the Spaniards in the country of Mexico. Then let's proceed to the next slide. The basic facts and figures. Mexico is a land of extremes with high mountains and deep canyons in the center of the country, sweeping deserts in the north, and dense rainforest in the south and east. So, as you can see, this is the place of Mexico, and they were truly gifted with wide lands, high mountains, amazing tourist spots, and unique cultures and traditions to discover. So, the official name of Mexico is United Mexican State, form of government, Republic of Federated States, capital, Mexico City, population, 125,959,205. Official language, Spanish. Money, peso. Area, 758,449 square miles. And the major mountain ranges, Sierra Madre. And the major rivers is Rio Grande, Yaqui. The Mexican people and culture. Mexico is the product of rich Indian heritage. It's because for over 3 centuries of Spanish rule and a shared border of United States of America, most Mexicans today are mestizos, which means they have a mix of Indian and Spanish blood. Also, the cultures and traditions of the Mexican has been adopted from the Spaniards during their colonization, and it was being practiced by the Mexicans nowadays. So let's proceed to the Mexico's nature. It is extreme cold in the north and intense heat in the south. Why? Because Mexico is located at partway between the equator and the Arctic Circle. It is also a refuge for animals living in the north and south. Then, the Mexican's government and economy. It has lots of valuable resources like oil, silver, copper, and agricultural products. Why? Because Mexico borders the Pacific Ocean, the Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico. As a result, Mexico has an abundance of marine resources, and oil is one of the most important for its economy. Then now, let's go over to the flagship carrier of Mexico. So here it is, the airline Aeromexico, the IATA, AM, the ICAO, AMX, call sign Aeromexico, and commenced operation on 1934. And today, I will be showing to you a short video about Mexican Airlines, which flies non-stop to more than 55 destinations in Mexico, elsewhere in North America, Central America, South America, Europe, and Asia. A member of the SkyTeam Alliance, the airline is also the largest domestic airlines in Mexico.
Cada año despegamos más de 250,000 de veces. Llevamos casi 12 millones de maletas llenas de sueños. Además de maletas, llevamos miles de mascotas. Servimos 3,5 millones de comidas, más de 4 millones de tazas de café para los que se quieren despertar, y cuidamos el sueño de millones que se quieren dormir. Nuestros pilotos recorren 190 millones de kilómetros para llegar a 3/5 partes del mundo, el equivalente a 15,000 vueltas a la Tierra o más de 500 viajes a la Luna. En Aeroméxico tenemos mucho que contar, pero lo que más cuenta para nosotros eres tú. Aeroméxico, ayer, hoy y siempre contigo.
So, as you can watch from the video, Aeromexico Airlines is a great transportation because it has the large capacity to carry a lot of passengers, and it may be quite expensive, but it offers a lot of best quality services and great accommodation. Aeromexico Airlines surely cater all your needs as your travel transportation. Then now, let's proceed to the top 10 destinations of Mexico. So the first one is the beach on Mayan Riviera. So lying along a beautiful stretch of coastline on the Gulf of Mexico are the resort destinations of Cancun, Playa del Carmen, the island of Cozumel, and beyond. Collectively, these are known as the Riviera Maya. So, next is the Puerto Vallarta. So, Puerto Vallarta is increasingly popular beach destinations located in the Pacific coastal to just Vallarta. The city first appeared in the vacation radar in 1960s as a playground for North America's social elite and has since become extremely popular among foreigners. The third is the Cabo San Lucas and the Los Cabos corridor. So at the southern tip of the beautiful Baja Peninsula, Los Cabos, often referred to simply as Cabo, and it is one of the Mexico's top beach destinations. The crystal beaches attract visitors at the world over for its clear waters, diving, snorkeling, and fishing. So let's proceed to the fourth one. The train raid through Copper Canyon. So Chihuahua, one of the Mexico's most northerly states, it shares the border with New Mexico in the U.S., is home to one of the country's most visited natural attractions, the stunning Copper Canyon or Barranca del Cobre, located in a region known as the Sierra Madre. So our next destination is Mexico City's Historic Center. Mexico City, or Ciudad of Mexico, is not only the capital of the country and the seat of government. It is one of the country's most popular alternative travel destinations thanks to its many world-class museums, art galleries, and attractions. Then, our next stop is Chichen Itza, the Mayan Metropolis. So a popular day trip for those visiting Cancun and Playa del Carmen, or the Yucatan capital of Merida. The magnificent Mayan city of Chichen Itza is one of the Mexico's most visited archaeological sites, as well as one of the biggest and best restored cultural exhibitions. So next destination will be the Guanajuato. It is designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site thanks to its many old colonial buildings, winding lanes, and narrow alleys. Guanajuato is a city that just begs to be explored on foot. It is known as the Art City and home to many fine galleries, as well as interesting museums. Let's proceed to our next destination, the Extapa Beach. Two of the very best are the towns of Extapa and its neighbor, the much smaller former fishing village of Zihuatanejo on the country's Pacific coast. The former coconut and mangrove producing town of Extapa has been carefully master planned as a tourist hub to good effect streets and beaches and easy to get around. So our next destination will be the ancient fortress of Tulum. Famous as the only fortified Mayan settlement located at the coast, the ancient city of Tulum is one of the Yucatan Peninsula's most visited attractions. It is also famous for its tall walls, giving the site the feel as a fortress and suggesting a military as well as religious significance. The last but not the least is the turtle and diver of Cozumel. The island of Cozumel has pretty much everything needed for a Mexican getaway. Located 20 kilometers from the Yucatan tropical paradise, takes its name from the ancient Mayan Cozumel, which translated means land of swallow, and has been long inhabited. To sum it all, the top 10 tourist attractions in Mexico was really amazing to discover that their country is a great place to explore and enjoy. We can't deny the fact that Mexico was truly gifted by their nature, from high mountains to white sand beaches, blue crystal waters, and cultural exhibitions. If ever you'll plan to travel, why not include Mexico on your bucket list? I'll assure you, it's very worth to explore with. And this time, let's talk about the top 10 famous food cuisines that can be found in Mexico. So let's find out. So, the first one is the Chilaquiles. Chilaquiles is a popular traditional breakfast, features lightly fried corn tortillas cut into quarters and topped with green or red salsa. Scrambled or fried eggs and pulled chicken are usually added on top, as well as cheese and cream. Chilaquiles are often served with a healthy dose of frijoles or refried beans. So, our next is the pozole. So, pozole, according to anthropologists, this pre-Hispanic soup was once used as a part of ritual sacrifices. These days, chicken and vegetarian pozole versions are readily available in more everyday surroundings. And our third dish will be the tacos al pastor. This historic dish is one of the most popular varieties of tacos, with origins dating back to the 1920s and 30s, and the arrival of Lebanese and Syrian immigrants to Mexico. And the fourth one is tostadas. Tostadas are simple but delicious dish involving corn tortillas fried in boiling oil until they became crunchy and golden. These are then served alone or piled high with any number of garnishes. Then our next is the Chiles and Nogada. Boasting the three colors of the Mexican flag, Chiles and Nogada is one of the Mexico's best patriotic dishes. Poblano chiles filled with picadillo, a mixture of chopped meat, fruits, and spices, the green on the flag. The walnut-based cream sauce is the white, and the seeds are the red. And the sixth dish is the elote. Elote, the Mexican name for corn on the cob, or nearly every city street corner in Mexico. The corn is traditionally boiled and served either on stick or in the cups. Salt, chili powder, lime, butter, cheese, mayonnaise, and other sour cream are added in abundance. And our next dish is enchiladas. Enchiladas date back to Mayan times, when people in the Valley of Mexico would eat corn tortillas wrapped around small fish. These days, both can and flour tortillas are used and are filled with meat, cheese, seafood, beans, vegetables, or all of the above. Then followed by the mole. 3 states claim to be the original home of mole, a rich sauce popular in Mexican cooking. There are myriad types of mole, but all contain around 20 or so ingredients, including 1 or more varieties of chili peppers, and all require constant stirring over a long period of time. And the next dish will be the guacamole. Guacamole is undoubtedly one of the Mexico's most popular dishes, but few people know that this traditional sauce dates back to the time of Aztecs, made from mashed up avocados, onions, tomatoes, lemon juice, and chili peppers. So, the last but not the least is the tamales. Tamales were the first developed for the Mayan, Aztec, and Incan tribes who needed nourishing food on the go to take into war. Packets of corn dough are stuffed with either on sheet or savory filling wrapped in banana leaves or corn husk, then steamed. Honestly speaking, those food pictures were worth craving to try, and we're hoping that we could try one of those popular dish in Mexico someday, right? So as what I have told earlier ago, that Mexico is one of the best country to travel because they had different breathtaking tourist attractions that are worth to explore, and they offer a lot of popular and delicious dishes to the tourists as well. So what are you waiting for? Start planning now for your trip in Mexico. And that would be all. Gracias todo el mundo. God bless us all. Thank you.